Did home sales just increase in the month of May for 2026? Yes and no. Hey, it's Ryan Hodge here, broker owner at the Realty firm. Sandra, Tavares, and I have been selling real estate in London for nearly 20 years, and we are in the thick of it in terms of the spring market, which I think was slightly delayed, and I say that based on our own personal activity. So as always, every single month I aim to break down the what's what of all things statistics and what's going on in our marketplace, because the headline that we saw from the London and St. Thomas Association of Realtors indicated that home sales increase in May. So let me give you some of the breakdown live off the press. Home sales grew steadily month over month, with 776 homes changing hands via the MLS for LSTAR, which was up 8.8% compared to May of 2025. So more sales, that's a good thing. And an increase over 138 more units in May versus April. I predicted this if you've been watching these videos. We were seeing only about 1 in 3 homes selling in January, February, March, and April. That significantly changed in the month of May. So that's a good thing. And it is an encouraging sign as we head into the summer season. That's what the LSTAR's co-chair indicated as well. We have consistently seen month-over-month gains in sales. That's typical for the spring market. And activity is right on par with the last 5 years. That, though, I don't necessarily agree with, because we know what was happening with pricing in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Let's talk about pricing in general. So, average sale price took a healthy jump in May. It was average $662,292, which is up nearly $50,000 since April. So in April, it was $618,665. London region saw noticeable month-over-month gains. In London South, the average sale price was $677,226, up from $626,840 the previous month, as well as London East with an average price of $476,844, up from $450,793 in April. So both the South and the East had some increases there. The sales to new listing ratio was 42.8%. So that is definitely an improvement up from what I mentioned, only about 30% or 36% recorded in April. So that 1 in 3 is inching back to 1 in 2. Very, very good time for home sellers. And according to the Canadian Real Estate Association, a ratio between 45% and 65% indicates conditions of more of a balanced market. So therefore, although we've been sitting in this buyer's market, we're starting to see a little bit of a balance. Now, I always try and be very discerning for you in terms of stats. Remember, this is month over month, okay? And we are talking about year over year in some capacity, but what you have to remember is things spike through the spring market. That is normal and natural. By the end of 2026, am I going to suggest that it's going to be a balanced market? I can't say that right now. I believe that when you look at the averages for what 2026 will be overall, my prediction is that, especially depending on what happens with interest rates, we're still in more of a buyer's market. But some really good signs and improvements. When you look at the element of months of inventory, 4.3 months of inventory, which is down 4.5 months, so less inventory on the market. And that is compared to the same time in 2025. And that is also down from 5 months of inventory recorded in April. All really good signs of spring market activity. In the area, we saw benchmark price Central Elgin, $664,100. London East, $445,400. London North, $633,400, which that is the benchmark price. Average sale price in London North, $733,310. So still holding over 700,000, which is the highest. London South, 567,800 benchmark. Average sale price, 677,000. So the East, the North, and the South all have pretty strong price points when you look at things considerably. Middlesex Center, average benchmark price, 788,200. Average price, $1,000,000 $115,644. St. Thomas, $524,900. May 2026 average price $568,008. Another thing, Strathroy Caradoc, $735,900 was a benchmark, $609,30 for the average. So the total average for benchmark price, you're looking at $570,000, and average price $662,292. What does the benchmark price mean? That's the value of a typical home as assigned by buyers in a certain area based on various housing attributes. Well, the average sale price is calculating all of the sale prices divided by the number of homes sold. So you can see what is benchmark and what is average. Usually benchmark is going to be a little bit lower. All of these things are good signs for you folks. I think that if you are buying, some really, really great deals out there. If you are selling, I think some real positives. I think some really good insight in terms of, looking at what area you're in and what you're hoping to accomplish with your own hopes, dreams, desires inside of organized real estate, inside of London, Ontario. I think that when you look at average days on the market, Sandra and I consistently have been under 30 days. We've had a pile of multiple offers in the last month on our listings. I will share that we are seeing a number of offers that come in conditional upon the sale of another home. And that's okay with the right strategy. I think that that is something that we have consistently being entertaining with our clients, because we know that if a home is priced properly and marketed appropriately, going in on condition of another property selling can certainly be done. We firmed up, which means it went official on one last week, negotiating another one this week. Our personal inventory right now ranges anywhere from 249,900 all the way up to 1.3 million. And guess what? I have a conditionally sold property at that 1.3 million mark. My 249.9 is getting its first real offer tomorrow morning, and it's been on the market for a couple months. So there's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. But homes are selling. People are buying. People are moving. I think that it's a great time to get into the market. I think that there's some good investment opportunities out there. I think that a lot of people are starting to take a good solid look at the HST new construction rebate, which is giving them a lot in terms of savings. I think that if you're downsizing, some really good opportunities there, and upsizing for certain. With the upsize market right now, no, you might not make as much on your sale as you would have a few years ago, but look at the deal that is to be had on your potential forever home. So lots of really good things happening in the market. I think that we're going to see consistent activity. We know that all of our agents here at the Realty firm are saying they're a lot busier than they have been in a little while, and some really, really good positive signs. If you enjoy these types of statistics, stay tuned. I'm going to do some really, really unique and different projects specifically for some of you stats junkies out there that just love knowing the numbers. And I'm going to give you some really good historical data and breakdown using some of the software that I use to really give you some different perspectives and insights. And if you enjoy this content, be sure to like and subscribe. I will always continually keep you updated with the local market statistics for everything London and St. Thomas real estate. If you have any questions at any time, reach out to us. You can always call us 519-601-1160. You can always visit us online at www.ryanandsandra.ca. And we look to serve and support you before, during, and after the transaction. So that is your June market update for London and St. Thomas for, of course, the month of May. And I hope that you found it interesting. I hope that you got the information that you needed. But again, anytime, reach out. We are here to serve and support. Stay tuned for the next update and enjoy this amazing weather.